have some coffee. Whoever was at that Starbucks today made it perfect. You know, I worked at Starbucks a really long time ago, like 20 years ago. And I'm really like someone who likes to support local coffee shops and local restaurants, but God, there's something away. Starbucks makes their Americanos like nobody else. It tastes. Anyways, let's do a live toast spread for all the lovelies who are going to chime in today. My algorithm has been mad at me, so I don't know why. It's probably because I took some time off. I had a study, I went on vacation, I need to clean my house, I have people coming tomorrow. Well, all right, Spirit, what do we need to say to all lovely folks today? Remember, I do, if you need a tarot spread, a personalized tarot spread, just email me at levitatewithtate@gmail.com. And I do like a $5 1 minute tarot spread. I do, yeah, anyways, it's in my bio, so. I don't want to I can't remember. Oh, ooh. Okay. Okay, so someone is very passionate. There's something very passionate happening. It feels like something out of a fairy tale, a romance, and you have gone through a lot. You've gone through a deep journey, a deep voyage to get where you're going. And in that journey, in that voyage, you have developed quite a bit of skills that are going to help you navigate this. And to you, the fantasy is a little bit unreal for you to believe, right? And so there's this level of suspicion that nothing is as it seems, because you have seen things turn out to be different than what they were. And so as you take this, this journey with this person, Spirit wants you to know that it's going to be a long journey, okay? But that not to give up right away, because at the end of the journey is someone very loyal, okay? And then they have almost experienced the same amount of hardship and disappointment, and that's why they've governed themselves with distance so much. A lot of what they've done reminds you of your past, and so you've automatically put them directly into the same box and the same way. You expect the same out of them. However, Spirit wants you to know that there is this cloud of illusion on purpose, that they have put this cloud of illusion over this person on purpose so that you don't falter back to earlier ways. So you have grown a lot as a person, and you have taken the knowledge on. You have learned a lot, and there's a difference between knowing and applying. So all of these things. You are really smart. You can say, you can give the best advice. You just know exactly a lot of things. But when it comes to applying it to your own life, it can be a lot more difficult because of habits or things in the past. Even if we've spent 5 years healing from something, and we know that this is the way we want to do things, and this is the way it's going to be when I have a healthy relationship, when I have a healthy job, this is the way it's going to be. When we're finally given the opportunity, there's so much of our past selves that just comes rushing back in, and we just repeat the pattern that we've done. And so Spirit is saying that this illusion over this person, this barrier that makes you think that they are like the past experiences, is there on purpose. It's there to keep your guard up in a way that you won't, to guard yourself, not to guard them from you, but to guard yourself from yourself because of your past habits and your past, you know, the way that you were in the past, you know. So like, for example, a lot of people that have had like a hard time in a hard relationship, or like, you know, people who experience alcoholism or addiction, they you know, it's always so much easier to go right back into that same pattern. So this is what Spirit's talking about. Spirit is telling you that this person is coming into your life. It's going to be a very long journey, and they are going to be very loyal to you in the end. Spirit wants you to watch out for your past patterns prior to you being triggered into them. And so if you know this going into them, you're going to be able to have possibly, you know, the fantasy that you've been wanting. And so this is the trick. And so we've probably been through this before, because in life, there are these circles of our lives, and we experience the same thing over and over and over again until we've learned the lesson. And once we've learned the lesson, we're able to move through, we're able to elevate, we're able to go forward in life. And that's what's happening right now. Okay, so it might feel weird. It might feel like the same old thing is happening because it's a veil, it's an illusion. And it's part of putting those people into the same boxes that we put other people into. However, not every single person it can be put in the same box, because we're all different people, even the people that remind us of other people. And that's what Spirit's kind of trying to do here, is to prevent you from totally kind of repeating what you've done before. And so I think we all know what I'm talking about now. So that is what this spread is saying here. And after you're able to move through this illusion, once the veil lifts and you see this person for who they truly are, and you realize that it really is something totally different than what you thought they were, then your triggers aren't going to be there. Those triggers are going to collapse. Your idea of them is going to collapse. You're able to start afresh. Even though you started prior to this, you won't sabotage yourself, if that makes sense. So that's what I see coming. So let me see here. I'm going to get another spread. Hello, everyone. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. I'm going to do... I got the cat tarot recently, so I guess we'll do this one. I don't really know what I'm reading for. If anyone has a question, I can read for them, but I am just going to start reading for the general watchers. I think, Daniela, I must have been talking to you, is what I've been talking about. Hello from your biggest fan, Cheese Boy. Are you a cheese boy because you like cheese, or because you cheese? You know what I'm saying? Like cheese. I love cheese. I really do. I used to make goat cheese. I used to have 11 goats, and I would milk those goats. Make you know, feta and chev cheese that you can put on bagels. Okay, Spirit, what would you like to say to my lovely, lovely people? Cheese, yes, I love cheese too. Okay. Okay, so there's something... You kind of have your head in... Oh, yeah? I'll show my real name, too. Okay, so someone is like really infatuated with you, and they pretty much have their head in the clouds regarding you, okay? And you have kind of been looking at this situation and not really knowing what to do. You know, this person has kind of put you up on a pedestal, and you didn't even know where it came from, okay? It took you the longest time to figure out what was going on, okay? And so you kind of just separated yourself and looked at this situation without really knowing what's going on. This person has kind of been watching you a lot online, and you haven't been interacting with them at all, it looks like. But Spirit wants you to be aware that there is this situation where this person is kind of lurking in the background. And let me get some clarifiers here. This is an interesting one. So you didn't really think much about this situation, but Spirit is bringing it to your attention. It's getting hot here already. It's too hot for this Colorado girl. Okay, so this is someone from your past that you thought really was gone. And they've kind of made themselves notice. That's why you haven't been really paying attention, I guess. But there's someone from your past that is going to come in hot and is going to come in and make themselves known to you. This is someone that broke your heart. And they've been really keeping their eye on you for a really long time. And Spirit is warning you because they might come with the same old tricks that they've always come in. And this person is someone that the Spirit just really wants you to be aware of, okay? Like there's like suspicion. This person, you know, just make sure that you're taking precautions and being hyper vigilant. I know this is a weird spread compared to the last one, but you need to be careful, okay? You can never be too careful, okay? Especially nowadays. So just make sure that I feel like this person is watching you without you knowing. Maybe it is a family member, but if they come in, just be like cautious, okay? Because someone is coming back from the past. Someone has been watching you for a really long time. And Spirit just wants you to be aware, be cautious of that. I'm like, I don't want to stay in this energy because it feels really yucky. So I'm going to do another one. I'm going to get out of that spread. So yeah, somebody needs to be careful out there, okay? People are weirdos everywhere, so just be careful. Okay. All right, who's next? Shake it up a little bit. Shakey, shakey, shakey. Hello, Faith. Yes, I say hi. I said hi. Hi. All right, hello, everyone. Me not saying hi is nothing personal, just so everyone knows. Yeah, don't take anything personally. Unless you need to take it personal, and then you should take it real personal, if you know what I mean. All right, Spirit, let's get a message. Let's get a message from Spirit. Oh, my cat is going crazy. Crazy. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay, so you have been really, there is about to be a reward for all of your hard work, okay? And the issue here is that there's been a truth associated with this hard work. And it's gut-wrenching. And so the tides are about to turn, though, okay? So you're feeling this gut-wrenching truth about your hard work, and you're kind of nervous about where things are going to head. It's kind of almost like you don't know what to expect next, okay? However, what you can do while you're waiting for the next shoe to drop, because it will drop, is fill yourself up with some self-love, some self-care, take care of yourself, okay? And put yourself first, and clean your space, and clean your head, clean your, your body and your space. And when your body and your space are clean, it helps your soul out, okay? A cluttered house is a cluttered mind. I know it's touche, but it's true, okay? So this hard work is building, and it's built up to this truth that you didn't expect it to build up. It was going to be built up to something else, like a celebration. However, this truth is going to be like a nut that cracks open, okay? And sometimes the truth is hard and the truth hurts, right? But sometimes the truth is exactly what we need, and is exactly the medicine that we need. And it's exactly the dose and the exact right amount to crack open the right thing to grow and to blossom, okay? And so you have been putting in the work, and you will seek the reward. It's just when you reached this point, you expected the evolution in the process to be much grander. However, I have this vision of the seed, because like a seed is so, it has the universe inside of it, right? But when we look at it, it just seems like a hard nut, hard shell, hard truth, right? Like the hard truth that you are about to experience. And so when this hard truth hits like a rock, like a seed to the face, Spirit wants you to remember that this is going to hit hard, and it's not going to start growing right away. It's going to be in a dark spot for a little bit, like a seed, okay? And you're going to feel, when is it going to grow? Eventually, when the crack opens after the truth hits, the seed will grow. And so the truth is going to illuminate everything that you actually need to help this situation grow. And so when the truth is open and it breaks open, it's going to be a little uncomfortable, because it wasn't what you were expecting, but it's going to grow into like a beautiful, beautiful, like icy tree. Like it's not even just a flower. It's just a magnificent beast of nature, of reality. And so that's really what this is about, is that you need to be prepared to experience that truth. But remember, this truth is going to hit hard. It's going to feel like you're in a dark spot, but it's like a seed. It's going to break open. Eventually the light will illuminate everything, and you're going to end up with a lot bigger outcome than you thought you were going to. So sometimes, we expect things to unfold a certain way, and they don't. But they are unfolding for our highest good and for the better sometimes. Sometimes we have to wait around for the better things. This instant gratification is good, but the universe will give you something even better when you wait around for it. You know what I'm saying? All right, loves, I'm running out of spiritual energy. Those were 3 different reads, and please